Fiona and Cake finally premiered on Max. And well, I've got some questions and even fewer answers, but there's some things that we definitely need to talk about. Was this a faithful adaptation to the original? Or is this a whole mess of glob that really should have been better thought through? Let's talk about it. All right, guys, Brent here back for Geek Rants to cover all things Marvel, DC, anime, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, and more. And if you're already subscribed to the channel, you already know that is exactly what we do each and every day. We just finished Jujutsu Kaisen yesterday. I had an issue with the home, so I had to delay Fiona and Cake a day. And normally it'll be directly on time. Harley Quinn's going on, Ahsoka's going on. We got a lot of great content coming up for you, including even the potential for some Baldur's Gate 3 over the weekend that I'll be streaming or reviewing for you guys, depending upon how you guys feel about it. But look, Fiona and Cake is the reason you're here. And it's the reason I was very excited, honestly, for yesterday. I know Shibuya arc for Jujutsu Kaisen came back, but Fiona and Cake was a show that I honestly had a little bit of excitement brewing for. It was a show that I had never seen Adventure Time previously, and I'd started watching Adventure Time and really started to enjoy what it was. The whole world, though, is literally just seems like one giant acid trip. But when you think about it, the lore is 100% consistent with everything that has going on and with it, and with the level of intricacy that the world brought, the creativity used to still present adult elements while still presenting a good children's show was absolutely fantastic. I think it was one of the charms about it that made it great. Peppermint Butler was one of my favorite characters. We had obviously Gunter was also one of my favorite characters, and now that we have this whole new adaptation of that original series, and now it's more adult because language is there and blood is there, how did it play out? For you guys, viewers, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But for me, it felt like they were attempting to try and do a faithful adaptation without having the substance and originality behind it that originally made it great. There are not enough questions that are answered, and I know we're supposed to be asking questions as this is the first two episodes of a series. They're not going to give us all the answers right away, but we need to see some kind of representation of how Simon truly got this way. Understand he's emotionally damaged even before he became the Ice King. And then he became the Ice King and became this chaotic creature that was absolutely amazing. The voice acting for his character was superb. And now we have obviously a new actor for many obvious reasons. But Simon is in a rut of ruts, and he is struggling to just adapt, be a person, try and get through the day to day life of being a 20th century person in the future, and is struggling. His love for Betty has never wavered, even when his mind was completely fried. And now he had Choose Goose trapped in his house and is using him in a ritual to try and summon Glob to take him to where Betty is to try and get her back, obviously. But we have no answers as to what was going on. Because if you were paying attention to Adventure Time, and I hope you were, at the very end, we got a whole little small segment of Simon going around the land of Ooh and all the galaxies contained therein and asking for answers. He was talking to Prismo. He was talking to the Dream Owl. He was talking to powerful people who have magic and abilities who can make certain things happen. And while they're not Glob, they are still powerful people that I believe could give some level of credence, some level of answer, something to guide him along his path. What became of that? How long has it been since he went out asking questions? Is this an epilogue? Is this a prelogue? Where are we in the current timeline of events? And you'd have to assume it's more of an epilogue because Jake the dog is dead. He's already tattooed all across Finn's chest. Finn is acting very mature, I must say. He was forced to grow up in Adventure Time through many different struggles and different variations of how his life had played out and all the forced adventures upon him and carrying the burden of the world of, ooh. But at the same time, he matured nicely into an adult and he's trying his best to help Simon. A lot of it seems a lot of very, very naive, but at the same time, it's coming from a good place. He's not trying to get Simon injured. He's just trying to make him re-experience maybe some of the things that would bring him joy and happiness. And it's like even the, hey, call Marceline, go see her, go just talk to someone who's been through your journey with you, who understands a bit more about you. And Marceline, while being an amazing character in her own right, has never exactly been someone who has been what you'd call responsible. So when you get a call from Simon and she's going through the whole tattoo and it's healing, and Princess Bubblegum's tattoo isn't working out, it seems like she's being flippant. It seems like she's not caring. But a character like Marceline will eventually come back in and help out Simon with everything that's going on, because she was very, very forward in Adventure Time, that she cared deeply about this man. He helped her get through one of the toughest times in her life and was able to be there for her when no one else was. And now we have to deal with the burden that Simon is going through this world trying to get things fixed. But now Cake has popped through this portal and presented him probably with all the pieces he needs to get running forward once again to try and change the surroundings of his world so he can make himself either pop through the portal that Cake did so he could go back to the regular world where he knows how to adapt, how to make things work, what's going on with that, or he is going to ultimately have to try and pull in Fiona and continue to write that story from his memory to make everything work out for the best for each and every person in this world so he can get his Betty back. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I thought this was a attempt at a faithful adaptation, but I feel like they missed the heart, soul, and character that really made Adventure Time the amazing show that it was. And RIP Jake. Be sure to hit the lovely red subscribe button. I'm Brent for Geek Variants, and I will see you guys in the next video. Potentially Baldur's Gate streaming. We'll talk about that when we get there. See you guys.